everybody, I'm Amanda the G, and I got another health complication that's incredibly rare, so yay, that's fun. I know hearing what I'm about to say, you're probably gonna tell me I should have gone to the ER, and you're also probably gonna tell me that I need to see a neurologist. Number one, I'm fine. Number two, I know I need to see a neurologist. Let's just put that to the side for right now, and let's talk about stupid hemiplegic migraines, which sounds scary, cause it is. So I've gotten migraines for a long time. I usually get ocular migraines, so migraines with auras are not like foreign to me, really. If you don't know what an aura is with a migraine, it means that one of your other senses is involved. So it could be like your sense of touch, it could be your taste, it could be smell, it could be eyesight, whatever. So I get ocular migraines, so my eyes are affected. Typically what happens is I usually lose this field of vision, and it kind of starts here and filters in. Sometimes I get down to just a little spot over here, sometimes I get tunnel vision, sometimes it goes away for the most part, sometimes it's just fuzzy, and a lot of times I end up nauseous, partially because I just can't see well enough. And sometimes I have a headache with it, and sometimes I don't, and I'm just kind of used to it. It happens a couple of times a year. It's just my life. And migraines with auras are actually not all that uncommon, so I'm guessing probably a lot of you had these too, and also my condolences. So this started out like any other ocular migraine for me, where my head didn't hurt first. I just started losing this field of vision, and I could tell instantly what was happening, and I was trying to look at my computer screen because I was at work like this to try and see the edges that I couldn't see, and everything was just kind of the way it normally is. And then all of a sudden, I lost words, and they weren't just not there, their meanings weren't there, so I couldn't talk around them. I couldn't be like, instead of phone, like, you know the thing you use to text and call people? It didn't exist. I mean, phone still existed for me, but it didn't exist. People's names didn't exist. I just didn't know at all what was going on. I couldn't even keep it straight. Someone was telling me a story about literally 2 people, and I couldn't tell you if it was about 2 people or 700 people. I just could not even fathom from one sentence to the next if they were talking about the same person, because they kept using this name that had no meaning anymore. And it was also really embarrassing because I was just talking and just had no words, so I either couldn't say anything or just put in a word that had no sense of being there, and they gave me a word to say, and I'm just like, I can say it, I can read a word, but it had no meaning. So to me, it wasn't any better place there than saying like cold when I meant numb. Numb wasn't a word anymore. Then it got worse from there, and I lost feeling in the right side of my body, starting with my thumb, then into my index finger and my middle finger, originally in a radial nerve pattern. So of course, Amanda thinks, well, maybe I did something to my radial nerve. Maybe I pulled something in my neck. Maybe I bent down weird when I picked up my purse to go to work. Maybe I tied my shoe funny and now I'm hurt because I'm old, and that's what happens when you get old. And then it continued to the rest of my hand. And then it continued up my arm. And then it was the whole side of my arm. And then it was the right side of my face and the right side of my tongue. And then I went to sit down in my chair feeling kind of confused, feeling quite nauseous and a lot out of it. And I kind of fell out of my chair because my right leg no longer worked right, and that was a problem and also embarrassing because of course I did that in front of people. So I went to the bathroom and I did the stroke test, because if you're sitting here thinking, hey, that sounds a lot like a stroke, yes it does. So I did the stroke test, I smiled, and I was able to smile even. I stuck my tongue out and my tongue went out straight. I held my arms up and my arms didn't really fall down. The right arm felt a lot more tired than it should have, but it didn't fall down. And I was like, okay. Also, the reason I didn't go thinking I had a stroke is because it didn't happen all at once. It was like 10, 20, 30 minutes apart that I kept getting these other auras. So it wasn't like instantly all of this stuff happened, which is more what you would think of with a stroke. And then I had already thought I was having a migraine, so I took migraine medication and I drank a bunch of water and I went online and I started Googling what the heck is happening to me. hemiplegic migraine. That was what was happening to me, because if you go and you read it, yep, had all the damn symptoms of that. So then I checked the incidence rates because I was interested in that. So depending upon the study, it's either 0.01% or 0.002%. Yes, I know, as an adult, getting a hemiplegic migraine for the first time means I do need to see a neurologist and a headache specialist and understand exactly what's going on and make sure that, you know, we get this shit figured out in case it's something else and something worse than that. But still, no matter what, that type of migraine can also cause a coma. Rarely, but it can. So I know I need to get it checked out. It's just the healthcare system in this country is a little bit ridiculous, and I need to get a referral before I can do that, and I don't have a primary care physician, so that means I need to get myself one of them and then get me a referral and then get me into a specialist. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Also, side note, if you do get those symptoms, please actually go to the ER. Don't do as I say, not as I do, because I probably should have actually gone to the ER, but I didn't.